Hello, spokes of hope. My name is Iris Green, and today I will be giving you a presentation on how to be an effective manager. So let's get started. First, let's define management. Management is defined as the act of getting people together to accomplish desired goals and objectives using available resources efficiently and effectively. There are 5 functions for management: planning, organizing, staffing, leading, and controlling an organization. Planning Planning is described as the process of thinking about and organizing the activities required to achieve a desired goal. Strategic planning is the organization's process of defining its strategy and defining the making decisions about allocating its resources, pursue the strategy to determine the direction of the organization. It is necessary to understand its current position and the possible avenues through which it can be pursued a particular course of action. You have part of this is your vision, your mission, values, and strategy. An example of planning would be a management plan may identify how many salespeople it will require and how much it will cost to meet the goals of increasing sales by 25%. Organizing is defined as the function typically follows the planning stage. Specific organizing duties involve the assignment of tasks, the grouping of tasks into departments, and the assignment of authority and allocation of resources across the organization. Organizational structure and authority structure. One organizational structure decides how tasks are divided and resources deployed. Authority structure is the manager's formal and legitimate right to make decisions and issue orders. The authority is considered a chain of command. The first being line authority. Managers have the formal power to direct and control immediate subordinates executing specific tasks within the chain of command. Functional authority. The managers have the formal power over a specific subset of activities. The staff authority is the staff specialists manage the operations in their areas of expertise. Staff authority is not real authority because a staff manager does not order or instruct, but simply advises. Organizational structure and control. There are 4 different ones. The first being tall structure, a management structure characterized by an overall narrow span of management, a relatively large number of hierarchical levels, tight control, and reduced communication overhead. Flat structure, a management structure characterized by a wide span of control and relatively few hierarchical levels, loose control, and ease of delegation. Centralization, the location of decision-making authority near top organization levels. Similar to a top structure, this expedites decision-making from the top down. Decentralization, the location of decision-making authority is relatively evenly dispersed across the company. An organization example: manager of a restaurant is responsible for adding a new food offering and giving a plan on how to do it. The plan includes time frame, display, budget, and advertising. The manager now will need to complete the plan by running commercial ads, ordering enough supplies for orders, and hiring enough staff to have this ready by the time frame given. Staffing is defined as it is an involved process of hiring, training, compensating, positioning, and assessing team members to enable operational success. An example would be job fairs, interview, personality tests, skill assessments, reference checks, and a variety of other alignment tests to ensure a fit for the new associate. Leadership characterized by emphasis on the procedure, contingent reward, management by exception, and transformational leadership. Is characterized by charisma, personnel, relationship, and creativity. Leadership, there are 3 different styles. Group leadership, where more than one person provides direction to the group as a whole. Leadership style, is a leadership approach towards providing direction, implementing plans, and motivating people. Positive reinforcement. A positive reinforcement occurs when a positive stimulus is presented to respond to a behavior, increasing the likelihood that of the behavior in the future. An example of leadership. Steve Jobs is a perfect example of it. He was the CEO over Apple until he became sick and died. His charisma, smarts, and ability to adapt and to become a trailblazer for new technology for Apple was what made his leadership unique and inspiration and ultimately made him famous and rich. Controlling can be defined as the systematic effort to compare performance and predetermined standards and address deficiencies. Elements of control, the characteristics or conditions to be controlled. The censor, the comparator, which means this determines the need for correction by comparing what occurs with what has been planned. And the activator, this is the corrective action taken to return the system to expected output. An example of control, putting in place measures to see if the specific quotes are being met. For example, quality control or sales quotes being met. Now we're going to go over the three different leadership styles, which is called the 3D. Directing, delegating, and discussing. Directing is showing the way by conducting or leading, imposing direction on. Communication in the directing style is predominantly one way and from the manager to employee. Coaching occurs as the manager tells employee what and need to change. Decision making occurs when the manager defines the problem and evaluates options. Recognition happens spontaneously when the manager praises the employee who follows directions and completes assignments. Directing strengths and weaknesses. The strength initiates actions, integrates efforts, means motivation, provides stability, and the weakness is can sometimes come across the thin line between coaching and micromanaging. Might discourage the independent working among staff, while independent on leader can increase. Does not work with large corporations. Directing examples, a manager of marketing company has a tight deadline and things need to be done right. The manager delegates the task. Delegating, communication occurs when as the manager assigns tasks for employees and tackle independently or in small groups. Coaching is accomplished by primarily through self-coaching. Decision making happens as employees establish goals, implement plans, and work through issues on their own. Recognition most often takes the form of praise and other rewards. Delegating example is an insurance company wants to secure a contract with the hospital but needs to get forecasting and physician contracts. They need several departments to work together and therefore the managers delegate tasks to each department. Discussion is style promotes learning through interaction. In this style, practiced by Socrates, the manager encourages critical thinking and lively discussion by asking employees questions about problem opportunities or issues that must be resolved. Communication in this discussion style is two-way, and the coaching occurs when the manager asks questions that require employees' evaluation. The discussion making occurs when a manager and an employee collaborate, work together. The recognition may be given to employees who express their ideas clearly and successfully. An example would be as a manager, you may hold video conferences for your staff between states, getting input and ideas to successfully complete a plan. Thank you, and that ends my presentation.